Every once in a while, a play comes along that you will relate to and touches a special place in your heart. PVPN, in association with the Westmont Park District and Samuel French, Inc., invite you to one of the most heartwarming plays of our generation, On Golden Pond.
My name is Dennis Stuart, and I am playing Norman Thayer Jr. Well, personally, it's part real life for me because I'm almost of the age. I think that the story is the people. And most people think of this in terms of Henry Fonda and Jane Fonda, and they're the only two characters that they know about. But this is not a story of those two people. This is a story of all the people and how they interact, and it's a story of people living their daily lives, but they have problems. And I think it's a real life story of how people react to each other and react to these problems and resolve them amongst themselves.
My name is Dorothy Addermeyer, and I am playing Ethel Thayer. Well, it's a wonderful story about characters, relationships that don't work, why they don't work, and how we can make them work. And Ernest Thompson, who's the playwright, said that the characters of Norman and Ethel are, well, very similar to his parents. He says, they're not my parents, but they could be. And you can tell that just from the way the characters are drawn. They're so well drawn. And the conversation that Ernest has given us, it makes the lines really easy to memorize because they're so real.
My name is Valerie O'Connor, and I play Chelsea Thayer in On Golden Pond. I think the great thing about this play, about the script, is that there are characters in there who will remind you of people that you know or people that you've dealt with, people in your family. For me personally, my grandfather has dementia, and you know, with Norman in the play, he's kind of forgetting things more often now and not being able to remember where he is and things like that, and that reminds me of my grandpa. And it's really a sad, horrible thing to go through with somebody. So I can relate to the relationship that Chelsea is having with her father, where he is getting, I don't know if he's getting nastier as he gets older or if he's always been that way, but you know, that does tend to come with the dementia, where they get a little more agitated with things, and sometimes they're harder to deal with. And I can relate to that. I can relate to, she's trying to mend her relationship with him and have a better relationship with him, but at the same time, she's independent and doesn't want to cave in to his behavior, but at the same time she wants to have a great relationship with him, and so she has to let some things go so that she can have a relationship with him. And I can relate to that with my grandfather. He's past where Norman is. He doesn't know who I am when I go and visit him and things like that, and that's hard. So I can understand that.
My name is Chad Sipe, and I play Billy Ray Jr. The story, to me, it means that just because you have differences over the past, you can still get over them. And age is not a factor in friendship.
My name is Arthur L. Anderson IV. People call me AJ, and I am playing the role of Bill Ray. I love this play on Golden Pond. I saw the movie, and I identify with the movie on a couple different levels, especially now. When I saw it, I was a little younger, so I identified more with Billy, the inadequate, trying to figure out who he is type of teenager, trying to identify with a grandfather figure, trying to mesh that relationship. As I get older and I see it now, I can see more about developing that relationship between a grandfather and a 13-year-old boy in that critical time in his life. So I identify with this play on various levels, and I was really pleased that I was able to land a role in it.
My name is Keith Durr. I'm the mailman on Golden Pond, and I go around the pond delivering the mail. Well, really, the story is about a mailman who goes in and out of the lives of everyone who lives on Golden Pond. Really, that's about it. No, seriously, it's a lovely story about an aging couple, and the mailman just is a small part. But the mailman back in those days was more than just a mailman. He was the kind of person who did errands for the elderly, and he was a friend to them.
My name is Dorothy McCullum, and I play the operator in this production. I think that Norman's personality, when he gets a little cranky, he kind of reminds me of my grandfather. So I kind of think about my grandfather at that time.
My name is Sally Casaro. I'm Vice President of PVPN. This year we are recreating On Golden Pond. It's a timeless story, very heartwarming and funny. We are recreating this play with two of the key players that participated in this process with us 4 years ago. Dennis Stuart and Dorothy bring so much emotion and warmth and laughter and love to this piece. It's about the family unit. It's about all the good parts and bad parts of the family structure. It's about looking at ourselves and our relationships with our husbands and wives and moms and dads and brothers and sisters. It has something for everyone. Again, it's a timeless piece that means a lot to me, and hopefully this production, as I've seen it progress through rehearsals, will be something that everyone can enjoy.
Hi, my name is Bob Macker, and I am the Public Relations Person for the Progressive Village Performance Network, or PVPN as you may know. I am also the producer of On Golden Pond. The show has a very special meaning to me because it does remind me of my time when I was little with my grandparents. They had a boat up in Fox Lake, and we would go boating quite a bit. So I can relate to the character of Billy with Norman going on the boat and going fishing, and that bond between grandson and grandfather. It was a very special time for me during that time frame. We have a great cast and crew for this performance of On Golden Pond. Crew has been working very hard behind the scenes and building the set and getting everything ready for the show, as well as the cast, who really bring to life these characters that really make you feel that you're really part of their lives, that you're really in their living room. They have a way of drawing you in, which is just phenomenal. It really rings home as you watch their performances.
My name is Bob Plowman. I am president of the Progressive Village Performance Network. I am also blessed to be the director for this production of On Golden Pond. This is my second opportunity directing this show. It's near and dear to my heart. I remember seeing it back in the early 80s with Katharine Hepburn and Henry Fonda, and being affected by it in a way that was kind of strange because I was pretty young at the time. But I feel that the story touches all people of all different stages in their life. When I got involved with theater then, I found out that it was actually based upon a play. So for me to actually be able to direct the story of one of my favorite movies of all time is just a blessing. The story means to me that we can never take tomorrow for granted. You have to live like today is your last day on earth. And if you have things that you need to rectify or things that you need to say you're sorry, or maybe you haven't told somebody that you love them enough, it just reassures that there is always a chance where you're able to resolve any family issues. The Thayer family is far from being extremely dysfunctional, but it's like any other family that you're gonna experience. We all have our issues. We all have our problems. There is definitely a disconnect in between the father and the daughter in this show, and many people will be able to relate to this story on a personal level. Again, have you told that person that you love them? Have they, because tomorrow is not guaranteed.
In a play written by Ernest Thompson and directed by Robert Plowman, spend your last days of summer on Golden Pond. On Golden Pond will be performed on the weekends of September 27th through the 29th and October 4th through the 6th. Tickets are on sale now at the Westmont Community Center, located at 75 East Richmond in Westmont. For other information or to reserve tickets, go online at www.pvpn.weebly.com. On Golden Pond is very near wherever you are.